Hello everyone and welcome back to Bitcoin Tips. So today we're going to be talking about how you can start mining Chiliz coin using your Windows 10 or 11 based computer in less than 10 minutes here in 2024. So if all of that sounds interesting to you, I do want to make sure to ask you to stick around through the entire video so that you don't miss out on any of the great tips and tricks that I have to help you earn and save more of the CHZ coin that you are mining, allowing you to build your holdings even faster and prepare yourself better for the next crypto bull run. So, before we dive into the video today, I always do like to start off here on CoinMarketCap, taking a quick look at what's going on in the crypto markets as a point of reference if you do happen to be watching this in the future. So if you aren't interested in this portion, feel free to skip ahead 1 to 2 minutes and we'll be getting into the tutorial then. But overall, as you can see, we had a slight decrease today to about 2.35 trillion, down about 0.3%. Nothing to be too concerned about. Now, it's been a little over a week since Bitcoin halved here in 2024, and I don't think that's anything to be concerned about because usually we see price movements 6 to 8 months after the Bitcoin halving. So looking on the 7-day chart, we are seeing a lot of red here, a little bit of green sprinkled in as you get further down the CoinMarketCap list, but again, I'm not too concerned about this, and with prices trending down or sideways, I think this is an even better time to start accumulating more cryptocurrency so that you are more prepared for the next bull run. Now, of course, since we're talking about Chiliz or Chiliz, not exactly sure how they like it pronounced here, but I wanted to take a quick look at it as a point of reference for the stats of the coin. So as you can see, it's about 11.2 cents today, which is down about 1.64%, putting it to 81 here on CoinMarketCap's list. Now, if we take a look at the all-time high chart here, you can see that back in 2021, this coin was 77 cents. So very cool, and basically meaning there is a 7x available here on this coin if you were to start mining it, and it got back up to that price, which would be super cool. Now, of course, no one knows if it's going to get back up that high, but if you believe in this coin and want to hold as many of them as possible, following this tutorial is a great way to start mining and holding these coins. Now, you might be thinking, how do you mine this coin? This is not a coin you can mine. Well, we're actually using a site called Unmineable. Now, Unmineable is really cool because it allows you to choose the best algorithm for your hardware and mine with that. And then what they do is they actually convert over the coins that you're mining into the coin you want to get paid out in, which of course is Chiliz at this time, and they pay you out in that. So if you're not familiar with what the best algorithm is for your computer, what I'd recommend doing is going out to whattomine.com, checking that out, and entering in your information for your hardware, and it'll tell you what's best for you. Now, I will say if you are mining with a 20, 30, or 40 series GPU, you are most likely going to choose Kapow. Now, of course, that's if you're watching this relatively recent after it was uploaded, so I always do recommend checking out what to mine just so you don't miss out on any better algorithms or coins to be mining, because crypto is always changing, and if this video is a little bit older, there could be something better out there, and I'd hate for you to miss out on higher earnings. So at this point, what you can do is go ahead and say, get started with our wizard, which as you see here, there's 2 modes, basic and advanced. Now I'm going to be following basic since this will be good for 99% of people watching, but if you do want to specify some more of the advanced settings, feel free to go with advanced. And again, I'm going to be using my GPU, and if you are following along with a Mac or a Windows-based CPU, feel free to choose CPU. But when you go with GPU, you'll see the list of different algorithms that you can mine with. Again, I'm going to be going with Kapow, but please choose what's best for your hardware. And at this point, you're going to choose the coin or token that you want to get paid out in. Now, of course, we're looking at Chiliz today, but please feel free to choose whatever coin is most interesting to you. If you get to this step and say, hey, maybe Slurf sounds really interesting, or Book of Meme, choose one of those. This tutorial still works for all of these other coins, which is over 90 here on the site. And with that being said, the discount code that I have that saves you some money, which we'll talk about in just a minute, actually allows you to do that on all of the coins here on the site, whether you're following along this tutorial exactly or switching it up here. But of course, I'm going to be going with Chiliz here, and as you can see, you just have to enter in your address. Now please double and triple check your address, because you can see if I delete this 5, it says, hey, this is an incorrect address. But if I put in a 4, we all know that this will not pay me out, but Unminable now says, hey, you are good to go. So please don't just rely on the Unminable call out here, and double and triple check your address. But at this point, you can go ahead and say next, which brings you to the screen with the referral code option. Now, I do have a referral code as seen on screen, which is just Bitcoin-tips, capital B, capital T. The reason I recommend using this is it's actually going to save you 25% on your mining fee here on Unminable. So essentially here on Unminable, they have a 1% fee, meaning that if you mine 100 Chiliz coin, you are going to pay one of those coins to Unminable. Now, using this code is going to reduce that to 0.75% and 0.75 coins per 100, meaning you are keeping an additional 25% of the coins that you would have otherwise paid to Unminable, allowing you to build your holdings even faster. So please feel free to use that or continue without the referral code. The link to Unminable and this code are both down in the description below. But with that being said, you are now at the final step where you can download the miner and get started mining. Now, I always do recommend Gminer since it supports both major GPU manufacturers, as well as I've had a lot of good luck with it. So please feel free to choose anything that you're interested in, but I'll be going with Gminer. And as a quick call out, as you can see, certain miners only support one or the other GPU manufacturer. So keep that in mind when you're downloading it. But what you're going to do is go ahead and say download miner files and select the Windows 64.zip file. Now, when this downloads, please make sure you extract it. If you miss that step, this will not work. So if you're running into some errors, make sure you've extracted all of the files. What you're going to do then is come back to Unminable and select the download.bat file. This is going to download the Windows batch file that essentially tells the miner where and how to mine so that you are the one getting paid. So download that and drag and drop it into the same folder as your Gminer extracted, where you just extracted all the other files. And what I do want to say here is when you download these files, you may get a call out in your browser saying, hey, you're downloading an unverified file. Are you sure you want to continue? You are going to have to say yes if you want to continue with the mining. If you're not comfortable doing that, please simply just say no and move on. There is unfortunately no workaround for it, so if you aren't comfortable with that, I would recommend checking out some of the other videos here on the channel, such as faucets or cloud mining, to learn how you can earn crypto in other ways that don't involve downloading files. But if you are comfortable doing that, go ahead and bring up the window with your unminable CHZ kapow gminer.bat file and double click it to get started. As you can see, I get a call out saying, hey, Windows has protected your PC. You are going to have to say more info and run anyway. Now, if you are not comfortable with this, please, again, just hit don't run. There is no workaround for this, so I just like to call that out, but please don't do anything you are not comfortable with. But at this point, you can say run anyway, and as you can see here, within about 8 minutes and 10 seconds, according to the recording timer, we are up and running, mining Chiliz coin using my RTX 2080. So it's really that simple to get started mining, and that even included an unminable tutorial, or I'm sorry, an unminable intro and coin market intro. So a few final things to call out with unminable mining. As you can see, everything looks to be ramping up here. There's no red errors in the CMD window, but with that being said, it does take 15 to 30 minutes for stats and payments to start showing up on the website. So if you aren't seeing anything after about an hour, hour and a half, of course giving it a little bit of extra time, go ahead, go back through the steps, make sure you didn't miss anything, and if you're still running into issues, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And on the other side, when you are ready to stop mining, all you have to do is find this CMD window and go ahead and hit the red X. Once that fully closes out, like you just saw, you are done mining. Now, the only reason I like to call this out is because the way Unminable works is when you're mining and you stop the miner, you will actually see stats and payments come in on your account for up to an hour or longer after stopping the miner, leading some people to believe that you've not really stopped mining and it's still running in the background somewhere. So I like to call that out. I can say I've personally seen payments come in 12 hours after stopping a miner. It's a little strange, but hey, don't complain too much, you're still getting some crypto, and as long as that window's closed, you can use your computer for anything else, or just shut it down. So, Again, all the links to get started with Unminable are down below, as well as that Bitcoin Tips referral code that saves you 25% on your pool mining fee. If you do run into any issues throughout this entire process, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'm always happy to help get you up and running. And please, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to Bitcoin Tips to stay up to date on all things crypto, and like and share this video with your friends and family so that everybody can start mining and building their own crypto holdings before the next bull run gets here. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.